Hello, hello, hello. It really doesn't matter what you do in this moment as long as you just keep moving that body. So let's do this together. Let's move the body and feel really good. Just keep moving. Okay, so we're gonna stand on the feet. We're gonna stand on our feet. And we're gonna bring our hands to the hips, step the feet a little bit wider, and just shift your hips one way, and then shift your hips the other way. One way, and then the other way. And as you shift, bend the opposite knee from where the hip is going. So if my right hip goes to the right, my left knee is very bent. Side to side, breathing deeply. So maybe you can feel a little crunching on the sides of the waist here as you move. Squeezing one shoulder towards the hip as you dip. Hip and dip. Breathe deeply. Now circle your hips around in one direction. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you do as long as you keep the body moving. That's the goal. Circle the opposite way. Get things fluid in the body. Get things moving, moving, moving. The blood, the fluids, all the other stuff that we don't need to talk about. Hold it steady and bring your feet in together. Let's hip width apart. Rock forward and back. Let your arms get involved as you rock forward with your torso. Your hips go back and your feet lift. The front of the feet lift, the heels lift, the front of the feet, and then the heels. Your arms are counteracting your hips so that we have balance as we move. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great. We still have a little bit of snow on the ground where I am. It's a little bit chilly. Keep breathing. Good. Let's let the hips come to center. Take your left arm up. Right hand to the hip, tilt the body a little bit to the right. Breathe. Left side is stretching. Up to center, left hand to hip, right arm up, tilt the body to the left. Squeeze your buttocks. Simply breathe. Both arms up towards the sky. Circle the wrists around. Listen to the sounds your wrists are making. Is it crazy? Circle the opposite way. Are you thinking, what's wrong with my wrists? Don't think that. It's okay. You're going to be okay. You will be okay. Hold it steady. Let the arms come up towards the sky. We're going to bend the knees deeply. Bow the body forward and brush the floor with your hands. Ha. Inhale, rise up. Arms towards the sky. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bowing. Knees are bending. Arms back. Lifting. Breathing. Exhale, bowing. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, bowing. Keep going. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, bowing. Let's go one more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, bowing. Good. Keep your body bowing and bring your hands down in front of you. Step your feet back and come into a downward dog. Pedal out your heels one at a time. Lots of breathing here. Let everything go. Press the heels down. Head is heavy. The fingers are wide. We're gripping with the fingertips. Elbows have a little bend. Take a deep breath. Shake your head. No. Shake it yes. Good. Bring your left leg up behind you. Inhale. Knee under towards the nose, around your back. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, under, around the back. Try and touch the nose. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, under, around the back. Try and touch the nose. Inhale, kick it up. Step the foot to the outside of your left hand at the front of your mat. Good. Open the back foot. Front knee is bent. Right arm reaching up towards the sky. So we can have a block under this left hand if that helps. Rotate the body open Let the jaw relax. Good. Let's straighten this front leg. Perfect. Bending and straightening. Bending, straightening. Bending, straightening. One more bend. One more straighten. Let's hold it in the straight position. Hand is underneath the shoulder on block or floor. Right arm is up. So we are in our triangle position, pushing into those feet. Super strong. Get a nice rotation of the body, opening up. Let the jaw relax. Good, little tiny bend in that left knee. How about we bend this left knee and bring the forearm up on top of it with the palm facing up. The right arm reaches over the head towards the left side of the room. And we push into the outside of the right foot. And we're breathing. Letting everything go. Every single thing. Just let it go. In this moment, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just let it go. Let it go. Get longer. Front knee is stacked. Soften the jaw. Good. Let's lift up with this right arm. Come back to the back leg with the arm. Left arm reaches up and back. That left palm faces down as we press the left knee forward. And the right shoulder squeezing gently towards the right leg. Notice your breath. Where does the head go? Where does the head go? You can look forward, in front, or you can gaze upward to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Let's windmill those arms up and forward. As you do, you pivot the back foot straight and let your hands frame this front foot. You're going to kick this left leg up behind you, give it a nice lift, and then lower to a downward dog. Allow your head to hang and your breath to deepen. Fingers wide, elbow soft. Right leg comes up behind. Deep breath. Knee under, round the back. Try and touch the nose. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale under, rounding. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale, rounding. Good. One more. Let's kick it up. And step it to the outside of the right foot. Open the back foot and take this left arm up towards the sky. Beautiful. What color is the sky by you today? Let's straighten and bend that right knee. Straighten and bend. Get the heart pumping today. Feels so good. Let's straighten this right leg and slide the right hand back so it's in line with your shoulder. Keep opening the body. Rotate from the torso, the belly, opening the torso, and maybe you can gaze upward if that feels okay in your neck. I didn't say on the other side, but I'm saying it now. So if you're going to do that, tilt the head back slightly and then turn and look up. You want it to attach to the turning of the torso, not just the head on its own. Are you breathing? Good. Bend the front knee. Let's bring this right forearm onto that front thigh. Palm faces up. And the left arm reaches over the head towards the right side. Actively press into the outside of your left foot. Let your jaw relax. You can really relax your jaw when you smile. Keep breathing. Good. Let's lift that left arm up and back. Find the back leg and take the right arm up and back with the palm facing down. I'm going to press that right knee forward and squeeze the left shoulder down towards the left leg. What do you feel? Windmill the arms forward as you pivot the back foot straight. Hands are going to frame this front leg. Kick the right leg up behind you. Downward dog. Hold it. Take a deep breath. Press the heels down. Let's shift your hips, sway them from side to side. Feel the sides of the body get a really nice, yummy stretch. Hold the sway over to the right, leaning the hips that way, but pushing the heels down so you feel that whole left side get a beautiful stretch. Heavy head. Hips back to center and over to the left. Feel the right side. Good. Bring those hips back to center. Hips up and back. Drop the head. Soften the jaw. Good. Knees down to the ground. Make sure your knees are happy. I'm going to take a blanket, put it underneath my knees. Always a good idea. And your hands are going to come forward about a handprint in front of your shoulders. There's a little ball, maybe a big one, on the floor here. And we're going to dip down with the nose and roll that ball forward. The elbows come down as we roll the ball forward. Roll it. As you come forward with your hips, the elbows lift. The hips come down. And we lift the head up. Now we're going to use the hands, push up into an arched back. Breathe. And then lift the hips and come back to where you were. So this is your puppy dog position, almost puppy dog. And you're going to roll that ball. The elbows are down. As you come forward, the hips lower down, the elbows are up. The head lifts, and we push our way up into a king cobra position. And then we pull those hips back, and we continue the same process. We roll the ball, we lower the hips, we lift into our king cobra, and then keep going. Back into puppy dog. Roll the ball, king cobra, back into puppy dog. So now we're going to reverse the direction, which is a little bit more challenging. So take your time with it. We're going to round the back from puppy dog, round your back, lower, forward, and down with your head, and push your hips back. Okay, so the hips don't touch the floor in this movement, this direction. We round the back, we come forward, elbows bend, the nose finds that ball and rolls it back. Rounding, forward down, roll the ball back. This is great for those triceps if you can feel that. Using the muscles in the body so that they don't atrophy. Keep them being used. Good. Let's come into table. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Turn the fingers so that they point in at each other. So this is your bulldog hands. I like to call this a bulldog. Fingers are pointing in. Now take your left hand above the right, and you're going to slide the hands away from the center of your body. Your chin is in front of the left arm. Your forearms and elbows touch the floor. Head is hanging in front of that left arm. And the body weight moves forward and down onto these arms. Maybe your forehead is resting on a block. Good. Let's slide those arms in just enough so you can switch. Bring the right arm in front and slide them away as far as they'll go. Keep your palms facing down, your chin in front of this right arm, and the body weight forward and down onto the arms. Good. Leaning back to slide those hands in, curl the toes, walk your hands back, lift your knees up. So now you're balancing on the ball of your feet. And you're going to step the feet wider than your hips. And you're going to swing one knee open and then the other. So let's just go do one side and then the other. Now to add to this, you can tap the floor with the opposite knee. So the right knee touches down as the left knee opens out, and then switching, tapping, opening, breathing. Gets a little bit in the feet as well as inner thigh, if you can feel that. You're like, yeah, I can feel it. Hello. Good. Let's come back to center and lower the heels down to the ground. Now you can sit on a block here if that feels better. Hands together in prayer and press your heart forward. Let your jaw relax. Find a little movement here from one leg to the other. Transferring your body weight from one leg to the other. Keep breathing. Good, let's hold steady. Now transfer the weight forward and back a little bit. So maybe towards the ball, then towards the heel of the foot. Just noticing how the body, the weight of the body can shift and what supports that. Good. Now find the center of each foot and balance yourself there. Spread the sole of each foot wider to help support the body. Heart is forward, shoulders relaxed. Deep breathing. Good. Perfect, perfect. Hands come forward and down. Lean into them, lift your hips. Straighten the feet, straighten the legs, and bow your body. Good. Inhale to a flat back. Let's step these feet wider. 3 or 4 feet distance apart. Walk the hands over to the left leg and bow to it. Pigeon toe that foot just slightly. The outside of the edge of the foot lines up with the outside edge of the mat there. And we bow. Head is heavy, breath is deep. Come back to center and over towards this right leg. Bow to it. Let your jaw relax. Good, back to center again. Now we're going to bow to the center. Now if it feels good here, you can walk your hands between the legs and back behind you, giving yourself a little bit of a deeper stretch. Let's breathe into the back body. Let the jaw relax. Walk your hands forward. Let's step those feet into a downward dog again, hip width. And from downward dog now, we're going to shift the hips forward and down into an upward facing dog. Squeeze the buttocks. The elbows have a little bend in upward dog. And then we come back into a downward dog. Inhale downward. Exhale upward. Let's keep going. Downward and upward. If you'd rather, you can keep the knees down. Go from knees down and then back into puppy dog. Hips come forward and down, and then back into puppy dog. Or keep those knees lifted. Upward dog, downward dog. There's always alternatives in yoga to help work with where you are today. Maybe you're just not having the upward dog kind of day. Or a downward dog kind of day. either way, you're working with continuing the movement. Let's lower the knees down, relax the toes, and we're going to open the knees for child's pose. I didn't mean to rhyme just then, but that worked out really nicely. So come on back with your hips, rest your head. Let's get a little bit longer through the fingertips. Deep breathing. Good. Walk the hands in and sit the body up tall. Slow movements. Lift your right arm up towards the sky. So my knees are in now together, and I'm sitting on my heels. You can put a blanket underneath your bottom on top of the heels. You can also put a blanket under your ankles if your ankles are sensitive. Drop the right hand behind the head and bring your left hand around that right elbow. Let's push the right hand down the back as much as we can to get this right shoulder to stretch. Good. Both arms reach up towards the sky. We inhale, and the left hand lowers down behind the head, the right hand around the elbow, and we push that left hand down the back. Good. Both arms come up towards the sky. We inhale, soften the jaw, lower the hands forward. Let's walk forward with the forearms coming down. So we're going to do our low plank. Interlace your fingers, elbows are shoulder width. The legs go long, the toes curl under, and we bring the hips in line with the shoulders. Good. Knees come down to the floor, and we're going to make our way down to our seat, sitting up with the feet out in front. You just got to keep moving. You know what I mean? Bring your hands behind you. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Just got to keep moving. Just keep moving. Sometimes it's a good idea to not move. You know what I mean? Because what's happening is the insides of your body are still moving anyway. So it's not like you stopped moving entirely, but it's good to rest. It's good to rest the physical body. Bring the knees over to the right. And left knee comes back. Right foot is inside this left inner thigh. We're rotating for a twist to the right. Lengthening up with the spine. Lots of breathing here. Can you look over your right shoulder? See your left foot? Let's turn the body back to center and bring this left ankle forward. The right heel is under towards this left hip. My right knee, the bottom knee here, is in line with my right hip. So I want my left ankle to drape on top of the right knee. The foot is just dangling there. And I'm going to lean to my right hand. The left hip comes off the floor. The left hand comes to the knee, and I'm going to push the knee down. Woo-hoo! Yes, yes, yes. And then the left shoulder is going to come forward and down. And we take some really nice deep breaths here to help relax the body and help it open. Let's slowly roll the body up to center. Good. Feet out in front and drop the knees down to the left. The right knee comes back, the left foot comes in. We breathe and turn to the left. Hands are shoulder width, the body is tall. We inhale. Twisting and breathing. How do I feel in this moment? Come back to center slowly. Swing this right foot over to the front and make sure your left knee is in line with your hip. The left foot is under towards the right hip. We lean to the left hand. The right hip comes up. The right hand pushes the knee down. I'm straightening my right arm as much as I can. And then I twist my body so the right shoulder goes forward and down. Quite nice for the lower back. I hope you love it. I hope you feel good. Slowly lift the body up to center. That's a wrap. I hope you feel great. If you have any questions, let me know, as always. And we have so many other videos for you to check out. So check the library, search anything, and something is bound to pop up that you need. But either way, we keep producing them every week for you. So check out all the fun new ones. And we're just so glad that you're here. Thanks, and we'll see you soon. Namaste.